This is all the similarities, but there are differences as well. The dome of Taj is much higher and loftier and thinner than the dome of Humayun's, which is much thicker and heavy and bulky. Taj is completely white, whereas Humayun's tomb is red and white. Mostly it is red, partly it is white, only its dome is completely white. Taj is having 4 minarets. Humayun's tomb did not have any minarets. So, because of the basic structure of Taj is very much taken from Humayun's tomb, so it is called prototype of Taj Mahal, and it was designed by an Iranian architect, Miraq Mirza. And undoubtedly, this building is one of the finest building built by Mughals, is still very much in good shape and declared by UNESCO as World Heritage Building, as in Delhi, Qutub Minar and Humayun's tomb along with Red Fort are 3 World Heritage Buildings. You must make a list of all the World Heritage sites and buildings in India, regularly asked in different competitive exams. What is the rule for this? For instance, no construction is allowed within 100-kilometer radius if a particular building is declared as World Heritage. And UNESCO definitely helps financial and technical supports it gives to the local body like ASI, which in India operates under Ministry of Culture. All these types of questions are very much interlinked, so you must be very careful. Now, Akbar, Jahangir and Shah Jahan, the 3 great Mughals who contributed a lot in the field of architecture. There are some basic things which you have to understand before I start the other Mughal buildings. One such thing is that Mughals were indeed rich, and their richness is shown in their building. Just like you can easily see, a rich man house is very much visible from the very house itself, that how rich he is. So the kind of Mughal building which we have shows the richness, strength, grandeur is very much visible from distance. As you must have noticed that most of the building is built on a high raised platform, very lofty, still bigger than any other surrounding buildings in modern day time. This is also because the Mughal Empire was very strong and very big, and that is shown in their building. Very organized, in great details. All the works were done minutely. Every work is done in, it appears that with great thought, and that is only because it was all very well planned. So there is no such haphazard thing unlike the buildings built before the Mughals. Once a model was finalized, no change was possible during the course of constructions, unlike the buildings which was built before this. Only Firoz Shah Tughlaq, it is believed, was so much serious in such details in Delhi Sultanate. Otherwise, the buildings built before the Mughals had lot of changes in between, and that is how the symmetry which we can see in the Mughal buildings is unparalleled and unmatched in history of architecture in India. Then the best brains were involved, and they invited people from different parts of the world, whether it is Italy or Iran or Central Asia. The best of materials they used, whether binding materials or the construction materials or beautifications in the form of precious and semi-precious stones. Also, garden, an essential part of their building, especially in their tomb, and that was very well planned, not only for beautification but also based on a concept that heaven in Islamic world is described as full of garden. So the Mughal kings wanted to replicate the heaven on earth. So in most of the case, when a tomb was constructed, whether Akbar's tomb at Sikandra near Agra, whether Jahangir's tomb in Lahore's famous Shahdara, or whether Taj Mahal itself, it is all situated in a beautiful garden, and that was not only for beautification but also to give a heavenly look. As I told that in Islamic history, heaven has been described as full of gardens.